Previously on
Right here in
Balls.
Gears, Balls Visual Radio, Monday afternoon. Tomorrow, Daisy, the testing starts at Jerez. in
Is it
Spain.
tomorrow
Tomorrow
already?
testing starts. So over the course of the weekend, Friday, of course, we had the first launch of the McLaren MP429, where the nose looks like an extended man's thing, or maybe an anteater. You've got the Williams car that looks also like an anteater. Then you've got the Lotus car, which is his two protrusions coming out, one longer than the other one, so it looks like one of those tuning forks, for sound.
Yes.
Then you got the Ferrari car which comes out, and I'm not saying it because I'm a Ferrari fan, but so far I think the best looking of the cars as they've come out. We've got the Lotus car that looks a bit peculiar, but they all look a little bit peculiar. Now the thing about it is, and I'm going to write a long story about it. The whole of the interwebs over the weekend have just been going on about, oh my God, look at the cars, I can't believe it, they don't look right, etc., etc. Here's a little bit of food for thought. When you're driving on the roads, do you or have you ever seen a car that looks remotely like a Formula One car?
No.
Exactly. So why all of a sudden is this big uproar about, oh my God, the cars don't look right? They've never looked right. They are bizarre. Let them be.
But they work.
Unbelievably. And this is now an interpretation of the new rules, etc., etc. People, I don't know, everybody thinks they should be in charge of Formula One. Oh, I can't believe Bernie Ecclestone's done this. I can't believe the people have done that. Guys, they're not idiots. Yes, there is one big problem with Formula One at the moment. It's too damn expensive. That's all. For the rest of it, here's a little bit more knowledge. They all sit together to discuss these things. Strangely enough. It's not as though they sit and get the Ferrari team and say, okay, this is what we want to happen. Or they get Red Bull and say, this is what we want to happen. They sit together, all of the teams. And they will sit and go, these are the proposals. How do you think it's going to work? What should we do? And the clever people amongst them will go and say, well, if we're going for this, then most probably this is the best option. And how do you see the interpretation coming? It will be something like this or something like that. You do get sometimes problems, as we saw back in 2009, where an interpretation of the rules, and this is where it is open to the genii of the people who are involved in Formula One. Most people in 2009 interpreted the rules in a specific way. Other teams interpreted it differently. And even though it even went to the Court of Arbitration, it was found that their interpretation is fine. So, and then all of a sudden, okay, it didn't land up being the greatest season in the history of Formula One because of different interpretation. But these things do happen. So the fact that the car's noses look a little bit peculiar, I think adds to some character, some fun. Years back, we had the Williams that looked like the walrus. The walrus nose was designed by that lady, and it was fantastic to see. Now everyone go, oh, I can't believe it. I can't this, that, and whatever. A couple of years ago, there was the step nose. Geez, it looks ugly. These are not everyday cars. This is how the engineers sit and work out in terms of what the regulations say, how the best way to get the maximum speed, aerodynamics, whatever they're looking for, is by the design of the vehicle. So, you know what? Don't worry about it.
I think people are just bored.
Because we're waiting for so long.
No, they're just bored and they find anything to complain about. I mean, does it really make a difference to you if it's not as pretty as what you'd like it to be?
Exactly. So the whole thing about it is, oh my God, I can't stand these cars. They look terrible. Then don't watch them.
Yeah.
It's quite simple. Don't watch them. But you're going to be the first one there when March comes with the Australian Grand Prix. Gee, look at the cars. Look at the sound. Oh, I can't take the sound. Guys, it's not that hectic. Let us just get excited about the fact that we are only 40-something days away from the Formula One season and a couple of hours away from the start of testing, which, of course, will take place tomorrow. We'll start tomorrow. So there we go. I'm going to write a long blog about it to sit there and say, people, you know what? We don't own Formula One. We're not really that involved in it. We love what it is, and everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But is my opinion about what the car looks like really going to make a difference to anybody? No. So then, you know what? Nose is yours. Okay. Nose is yours. Tough luck.
Gears. GearsOnBalls.co.za.
Weekdays 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.